Hello, so I just pulled this one out of the box. It hasn't been set up yet, and I'm going to wire it up, connect it, and show you how it should be set up. The only thing I believe that needs done initially is there's this jumper right here. These 5 pins relate to communicating with an outside source, so you really want this off and just sort of hooked to the side just like that. So it's not connecting anything. Other than that, as it is stock is what you need. Now these, I'm going to use this wire here to connect to the battery. So I want to twist wire ends nice and tight and nice and smooth, and they're going to go into the center section here. And I want the VIN to be red here, so I'm going to just carefully put it right there, as carefully as you need to be, and then just tighten the screw. Hopefully you can see through my hands. Let me move that. So just like that. Yay! Hooray! Now put the black one in right there. Yay, just so they're snug. And this is the one that's important. I just want to check red to voltage in, black to ground. If I mix these up, I could potentially fry the unit, but if I keep it like that, I'm good to go. So hold on one second, and I'll connect the other wires. So there you go, all hooked up. And I hooked the motors, red, black, red, black. I think this is the proper polarity, but if you get the motor polarity wrong, it's easy enough, pull them out, swap them. The worst thing that can happen is the motors will go in the wrong direction, but it's not going to hurt anything. And again, this middle wire will connect to the battery. All right, so let me grab the receiver and I'll show you what should happen there. So there's your receiver, and as you might recall, we were talking about how it doesn't have markings for plus and minus. That's because this was designed for a Futaba wire, which is supposed to be idiot proof. So you see those slots on the left. The Futaba connectors, unlike this connector right here on this battery pack, if you see, this connector is smooth on all sides. The Futaba connectors are the same thing, but they have a blade on one side so that it slips into that slot and it's correct. Now, I believe I said wrong earlier. The order, and I'll write this down in a second, the order is actually the signal wire is next to this little slot. So it goes signal, positive, negative. That's the order of the wires. Let me write it down and show you. So that's the order it should go in. Okay. If you look on the left there, next to where it says tactic, it says B123. So this is 3 channels. The B is only for power. So that can be safely ignored because you can provide power for the receiver from any of the 3 channels, as I'll demonstrate when I plug this in. One second. All right, this is going to be a little strange, but bear with me. So I have this Futaba wire, positive, negative. Okay, red, black. So if I come over here, written on the top here, this goes in roughly the same order. This goes in negative, negative, positive, signal. So negative, positive, signal. So when I take this, I can go to channel 1. I'm going to plug it in just like that. So it's black, red in that order. Okay? Then I'll take another wire, same thing, for channel 2, and I'll do black and red in that order and plug that into channel 2, where it says 2 right next to it. So as you can see, I have these 2 wires, top and bottom, black, red, black, red. So, and the reason I'm doing it this way is because those are the wires I have on hand. So I'll take the first one that goes to channel 1, which is this one. Okay, and it's plus negative. So if I refer back to my drawing, right, negative, positive signal. So negative, positive, channel 1's the one down below, okay? So negative, positive, just like that. So now the receiver is going to have power when this is powered. If I grab the next wire, well, I don't need to give it power. I will anyway, just because it's easier. I do have to ground it. All right. So I don't necessarily have to have it powered, but I definitely have to have it ground. So I'll just plug that into channel 2, just like that. So black, red, black, red. Now here might be the confusing part. I'm going to use another of the same wires, but with a little piece of tape. And if I look here, right next to the futabas I connected in are these 2 empty pins. And they're going to go channel 1, channel 2. And those are the signal wires. So I can plug this in like this. I'm going to go in order of black for channel 1. You see, I plugged that right in. So black is on channel 1 for the signal, and red is on channel 2 for the signal. So when I come to the receiver, black is for channel 1, the signal, right there. Okay. So I'm going to put the black right there, and then the red for channel 2 signal. Okay, and there you go. It's essentially hooked up. Now, ideally, I will say ideally, because this is not the ideal setup. Ideally, what I should have done, I would have rather made a futaba wire with a 3-gang, you know, like one of these that's 3 pins, and then just plugged it, you know, 3 pins on the top, 3 pins in channel 2, 3 pins in channel 3, carry right over to here, 3 and 3. And just remember the order for both of them is negative, positive signal. That's the order. Let me grab my receiver, my transmitter. Okay. Transmitter, receiver. Let's plug the battery in. And I'm going to be very careful. Black to black, red to red, just like that. And there, we got lights. Yay! Okay, I'm going to give it a second. I'm going to turn this guy on. Yay! Now, I think oh, I'm having issues. Oh. Whoops. I think I'm having a few issues with the channel mixing. But that's a good wiring demo. So right now, if I'm twisting the direction, it's moving front and back. So that's a function of the channel mixing. And then when I do the front and back throttle, that's that might just be channel. I might need to switch the channels. Let me try that real fast while you're looking. So let me grab, this was the signal. I'm just going to take this and flip it. So I'm going to switch from channel 1 to channel 2 and see what I get. Ah, there you go. That's all I did. And so now it's front and back. So all I did was I had these signal wires swapped. So I had the wrong channel and the wrong thing. So I guess channel 1 must be the steering and channel 2 is the throttle. And there you go. But the trick is, out of the box, all I did was take that one jumper off, wired it up, and I was good to go. And it just went negative red signal, negative red signal. And then you just play with the number of channels. As you see, I had a little faux pas, but all I did was swap the channels. I just swapped this one wire right here, and then it started working correctly. So quite literally, out of the box, this ought to work for you. All right. Hooray.